Show.
It's the Tiny and Katy Show.
Hey, I'm Tiny.
Hey, it's Katy. Happy.
Come on.
I don't even know what day it is at this moment. Happy first week of September. Did it not feel mildly like a fall day today?
Oh, yeah. As we're recording this, it is Wednesday, the 7th. And yeah, you're right. It feels like a fall day.
Yes.
I know back near the end of last month, we had that string of about 4 days where it was like nice and cool in the evenings. It was like, yeah.
Did you ever see that thing on Facebook where it's like fake fall? I forget how it goes. Like summer, fake fall.
Yes.
Summer part 2, fake fall again. Winter part 1. Fall
right.
For real. Yes.
Yep.
That's how I felt for a while now. But today I was super excited. This was the first day that I actually wore leggings because that's my jam in the wintertime. Here's the thing that I love about leggings, and I know that you can't relate because you don't wear them. I mean, maybe you do. I don't.
Says who?
Yeah, I'm not here to judge, but okay. So being a teacher, I have to dress up. And I don't think there's anybody on this planet that hates dressing up more than I do. Like legit. Okay. I look nice from the waist up right now. Have it nice. Like this is a tank top, have a sweater on. My hair's done. I'm just going to tilt this camera a little bit here.
What the heck?
These are my pajama pants, but they're my Halloween pajama pants.
Oh my Lord.
So like when I'm telling you, nobody loves to dress down more than I do. If I could just wear I should be a gym teacher. If I could wear sweatpants and a sweatshirt every day for the rest of my life, I'd be a happy camper. So I was I know it's so bad. Do you want me to stand up and do you want to see him like a real
No, I think we can fill in the blanks here. We're good.
They're really beautiful though.
Are they?
They're beautiful.
Did they show off your boo tee?
Kind of. Do you want to see?
No, I don't.
Nobody, not one person wants to see it. But here they are. They're my Halloween pajamas. I got these puppies from Walmart, like, I don't know, 6 years ago, and I wear them all the time. Oh, and look at what I have on my feet. Like, I have no sense of direction at all. Or direction. Fashion. Look at these puppies.
What does that say? Puttus?
I'm not even sure, Tiny. I don't even know what I don't even know what I put on my body, but here we are. So I was super excited because I feel like leggings are my way of dressing down, but still looking nice. And I wear some oversized sweater, and everybody tells me I look nice, but I'm so comfortable that.
So you're dressing like basic white girl.
100%. And then I wear,
absolutely.
I put on some boots that go up to my knee, call it a day, and I look nice and it's acceptable for work. So it's a win-win for everybody involved.
Yeah. What do they call it? I think it's something to the effect of, was it like Luke Skywalker season where the girls wear Ugg boots and like the puffer vests and they wind up looking like somebody on the set of Star Wars? You ever seen that meme?
No, but Ugg boots are definitely on the way out. Now, listen, I have no sense of fashion, but as far as I know, Ugg boots are on the way out.
And they've been replaced by Crocs.
Have they? I don't think people.
I don't know if they've been replaced. I'm just saying Crocs are just in. And I remember when people used to make fun of them.
Isn't it so funny, like, what comes in and what goes out? Like, I remember being younger and Jenga jeans were the jam. Like, the bigger the jean, the cooler you were. And they were, like, so oversized. And now, like, super high-waisted jeans are super back in style now. I mean,
bell-bottoms are in.
Yes. I can't wear those high-waisted jeans because I have a fupa, because I have a belly. So if I wear, like, something high-waisted, it's just, like, a big belly that just like protrudes in my jeans, so it does not look sexy on me at all.
Everyone, please keep this in mind. Katy said fupa.
Is that wrong?
Well, I don't know. I think we're thinking of the same thing here. I'm not going to, and she's not going to tell you what that stands for, but if you want to know what that means, by all means, look.
Let me take that back. Muffin top might be the more appropriate term. I have like a belly, like. Is that muffin top? I don't know.
Does the belly overhang
of my jeans?
Yeah.
No, because I pull them up high so that you don't, so they don't like roll over.
Okay, then I don't think that you're using fupa in the right context.
Maybe muffin top is the. Everyone says I have a spare tire. That's what I hear. You have a spare tire. Yeah, I have such good friends, by the way.
Yeah, you do. Well,
Katy,
you have one right here that's telling you don't go around saying you have a fupa.
Well, so, you've told me before I have a spare tire. Bridget tells me I have a spare.
Yeah,
I know it. It's fine. It's who I am, and I get down with that.
Hey, by the way, you should know that it's all powered by Roots Hair Design Route 11 in Marion. It's the Tiny and Katy Show. Thank you so much for being with us. And I'm gonna. We didn't have no plans to start off with talking about Katy's fupa or leggings or whatever, but super excited. Want to get this out there so that you know about it right away. Can mark this down. Coming up on the 16th, that is next Friday, we are taking the show on the road one more time.
Guess who's back, baby? Tiny and Katy Show, hitting the streets. I
cannot believe that. Well, actually, I can believe that we're doing this again. I figured it's something that would have happened during the summer when you were off. However, it just didn't work out. Well, now it has. So Red Run Park, next Friday the 16th, 6 until 8 p.m. It's the Blue Ridge Fire and Rescue Carnival, and the Tiny and Katy Show will be there live, doing a live broadcast. You can say hi to us. We can take pictures. You can ride Katy. I mean, you can ride with Katy if you want to. Whoops.
Nobody wants to ride Katy, trust me.
No, absolutely not.
Not with the fupa.
No, of course not. There are not enough tickets to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And speaking of tickets, here's what we're going to do. So we're already giving away some tickets, some Ride All Night wristbands on the Facebook page, on the air this coming week. But while we're there, so the carnival runs next Thursday through Saturday. While we're there on Friday, we're going to be giving away the last pair of free Ride All Night wristbands. Mm-hmm. So we're going to give them away early while we're there, because if you want to use them on Friday night, obviously you want to be able to do that. So Friday and Saturday are the only 2 nights you can use those for. It's an amazing weekend. It's the last weekend of summer, and you can spend it with the Tiny and Katy Show at a carnival.
And listen, we haven't done a live broadcast in 8-9 years.
It's been a while.
Something like that. 8 or 9 years. Might be a train wreck. I mean, we'll see what happens.
No.
No, it's going to be fine. It's going to be great. But we haven't been out together in so long. I'm kind of nervous. I forgot like how we do this.
I'm just super excited in general to do it. I was telling Katy before we hit record that I'm not one to typically say I'm excited about something, but I'm really excited about doing this. A, I love carnivals.
Yeah.
B, I shouldn't actually, let me rephrase that. A, I love Katy. B, I love doing the show together. C, I used to love when we did remotes, even though we did way too many of them and it took way too much of our time.
We had so much fun.
And I love carnivals. So
yes.
Put all that together. And Katy loves to eat, so it's going to be perfect.
Yeah, well, so do you. You always love, like, Tiny, literally every time we would go to a carnival, we wouldn't even be done setting up and he would be over at the funnel cake stand, like, immediately. Yeah. Especially if it was a red velvet funnel cake. I mean, like, game over. See you later. That's the end of time.
I hope no one has a pumpkin. Have you ever had a pumpkin funnel cake?
I don't know if I have, which is very strange because I do eat a lot of, like, pumpkin flavored everything.
Thank you. I don't know why people are ragging on that.
You know what I just had the other day? I've never seen this before. I was at Trader Joe's, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure that was my first Trader Joe's experience. And I couldn't even, like, I felt like I was in Disneyland. Like, I couldn't even take it all in. But I found these goldfish, the regular goldfish snack. Mm-hmm. They are Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice graham cracker goldfish. They were way overpriced, but I was like, hell yes, I'm going to buy those. Yeah. And they are.
Did you get them?
Yeah, I did. They're like nothing even like a goldfish, but I just was like, Dunkin' Donuts pumpkin spice, a snack everybody loves. Put it all together. I don't care what the price tag is. I'm buying it. We're eating it. Yeah, it was super, super good. Big fan.
One of our listeners a few years ago, the sweetest lady, Miss Angie. I just love her to death. She would occasionally, she'd bring us in, like she'd bake a cake or whatever. At the time, I was trying to do low carb. So she said, well, what do you eat for a snack? And I said, I love almonds. She winds up finding, as Planters brand, pumpkin spice almonds. Whew.
Oh my gosh, I've had those before. Mean, yes.
Blow you away.
Those are not low carb, I don't believe.
Okay. I understand that they're loaded with sugar. I get that. Okay. She didn't realize. I just told her almonds. I mean, I'm surprised she didn't come back with like 3-inch candy coated, almonds.
Yeah.
But Oh my God, so good. So good.
And that's the thing about this time of year is I know that people get so mad about like keep your pumpkin on the shelf, pumpkin spice. It's not time yet. Let me hang on to summer. And that's cool. I am not a summer fan, because I have hyperhidrosis and I sweat like a moe. Like I just sweat like I'm sweating right now, just sitting here.
Yeah.
But I'm like pumpkin everything. Bring it on. I don't care what it is. Pumpkin pizza, pumpkin mozzarella sticks. I don't care. I'm trying it. I'm doing it.
Pumpkin coffee creamer.
Yeah. Pumpkin beer. That's what gets me is the pumpkin beer. I am a huge fan of Oktoberfest. Their pumpkin.
Okay. Yeah.
Sam Adams. Oktoberfest. Sam Adams Oktoberfest.
Oh, yeah.
But anything related to that field, I'm all about it. And you can overcharge the crap out of it. And I'm going to buy it because I'm excited that it's pumpkin. But I am completely on that side of the argument where I know other people are like, get your pumpkin stuff the hell away from me, but I'm all about it.
And even, a lot of what I'm hearing, boy, we really didn't plan on talking about this, but whatever. A lot of what I see I do see a lot of the people who say no pumpkin spice because of the fact that it's not the season for it. Okay.
It's rushing summer.
Fair enough. But I see a lot more of people just don't understand the pumpkin spice, this and that and everything else. Look, there are times I'll agree with like a trend really just doesn't make sense to me. This one though speaks like right here and right down here because and by the way, I'm pointing to my stomach.
You're pointing to your fupa. Let's clarify where we're pointing.
Right. Pumpkin spice does nothing for the nether regions. Okay. But it's everything for the belly.
Maybe not for you.
Well, it depends. You know what I'm saying?
There we go.
That put the spice in pumpkin spice, baby.
Pumpkin spice condoms haven't been invented yet. I mean, we'll see.
I wonder if they have.
No, that doesn't even make sense. That wouldn't even make sense.
Why not?
Carry on. Back to where you were going. You can get on board.
Could you imagine having to buy pumpkin spice condoms?
No, that would be stupid and a total waste of money. Like I would buy money for anything pumpkin spice, but that's where I would probably draw the line. Which kind of leads me to a question. Tiny,
okay.
This is a personal question. I don't know if you want me to go there, but like as a man, or maybe men in general, if a man goes to a store and they are buying said condoms, do they feel like they're being judged at all by the cashier, or is it like something that's, because I feel like that's more of a man thing that they buy. And the reason I am bringing this up is because, listen, I'm going to be honest. I'm a woman. I had a UTI recently and I had to go and buy medication for it, and I had to buy cranberry juice. People get UTIs all the time.
Yeah.
But when you buy those pills and you buy cranberry juice and you're checking out, like everybody knows why, but people just assume you have it for a particular reason, which doesn't always mean that that's why you have it. And so I always feel like there's like this judgment that's passed on you for certain things that you buy when you're checking out at a store.
So I've never bought them in a store. However, I do get them just off Amazon.
Well, I think,
it's easier. Not because of any embarrassment. It's cheaper. It's a heck of a lot cheaper. And it's easier. Like they have a pack of 10 and I bought that and I'm like, great. I mean, I got a lifetime supply for like $6. So, but
I can make so many jokes right now that I'm just not going to. But anyway,
I think I made the most obvious one.
Yes, carry on.
But anyway, so, you're talking about like cranberry juice. I think obviously if you buy cranberry juice just by itself, you're just buying cranberry juice. However, if you pair it with something, if there's another medication or whatever, there's no question what you're doing. For instance, in my experience, actually, I'm going to say this. I'll tell you what I had to get that I was not embarrassed about at all because I needed it in a bad way. So I don't care. You could have videotaped me getting this and I wouldn't have been embarrassed because it saved my life probably back in July. So I'll tell you about that coming up in just a second on the Tiny and Katy Show, all powered by Roots Hair Design, Route 11 in Marion.
You don't want your hair just cut or styled. Get your hair designed at Roots Hair Design, 5459 Molly Pitcher Highway in Chambersburg, 717-375-2130. How about a women's cut? $32, $35, or $38? Guys, you're not going to get a better price on the cut. You're going to receive receive at Roots Hair Design than $23. Now, if you have a teenager, girl or boy, $25 and $20 respectively. A kid's cut, just $18. Maybe you need your roots touched up, they have that as well. And they can do your nails, take care of your lashes, facial treatments, waxings, and what I plan to get is a massage. Roots Hair Design, 5459 Molly Pitcher Highway in Chambersburg. $10 off your first service to any new guests, and they're approaching their 12th year in business. You don't last that long if you're not doing something, or in their case, a lot of things right. Roots Hair Design, we can't thank them enough for being part of the Tiny and Katy Show.
More of the Tiny and Katy Show starts now.
What?
I'm sorry. It's just nobody sees this, obviously, but every time that we are recording and we're coming either into the episode or we take a break and we're coming back into the episode, there's a countdown on our screen, and Tiny counts us down 3, 2, and then gives me a very inappropriate hand gesture for 1, and then that's literally how we start. And I just I wasn't expecting it that go around.
Since you just said that no one ever sees it, then everyone's going to see it.
Well, now it's just so funny because it's like it's no big, like it looks like Tiny's being a gentleman, because that time I didn't see it on my screen and he was like 3, 2, and I'm thinking, okay, thank you so much, Tiny. And then it's middle finger, and I'm just like, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
All right, it's Tiny and Katy Show. Welcome back.
Yeah, so we are back, all powered by Roots Hair Design, Route 11 in Marion. Before the break, Katy was talking about things that embarrass you when you have to buy them, or maybe they don't embarrass you. And my most recent example of this is when back in July, I think I did tell you in one of the episodes, is I basically poisoned myself with watermelon.
Yes.
And it led to, I'm talking like diarrhea, like you could not even describe. What that did was, and man, we are getting really into it here, but that's okay. It wound up irritating my already existing hemorrhoids, or hemorrhoid. I don't know how many I have. I just one.
Oh, God.
But it's awful. I mean, absolutely awful. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I've never used anything over the counter or otherwise from a doctor to take care of them, because they've never really been that bad. But this was just, it wasn't going anywhere. It was all the time, and I needed help. So I have to go. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go get Preparation H. I got to deal with this. I've got to go. I
don't think I would ever be embarrassed about that. I don't think that would embarrass
really?
me. Yeah, that wouldn't embarrass me at all.
Well, it's like, exactly. So you think, are you saying that buying things that this cashier or whomever, like who's behind you, people behind you in line for UTI, that would embarrass you, but having to get hemorrhoids, which you know exactly what it's for, would not? I
don't think I would be at all embarrassed buying hemorrhoid cream. That would not embarrass me. I don't know, anything, I guess, that didn't have to do with a particular area of my body.
Okay.
When, if I had to get like wart cream, or, I get cold sores. And so
do I. Yeah, one right here. Look. You see it?
No, I don't want to. I feel like I could catch it just from looking at you. We're good.
Yeah.
Or like Abreva, or like, dear God, Herpecin. Isn't that the name of it? Herpecin?
Yeah, there is one. Yeah.
Like you're not even describing. You're not even not
even hiding
it. It's just like Herpecin cream right here in aisle 5, kids. There's just, but like women. I'm sorry. Finish your story, and then I'll carry on with my point.
Well, no, the point is that if I was not embarrassed by that, I don't know that there's anything that could embarrass me. Now, I've done the whole guy buying tampons thing for years. That has never bugged me at all. I know a lot of guys are real like, oh,
yes. I've had men in the past refuse to buy them for me at the grocery store.
I don't get it.
I mean, it's a natural thing. Women can't help it. That's what they need. I mean, if you're there, just get it. I don't understand why that would be an embarrassing thing. I've
never asked this of any woman, but I'll ask you now. Do you, if you were behind a guy in line who's buying those? Now, I understand you're probably not going to say anything unless he would, would bring it up first. You might actually. But do you find that to be a good trait that a man is out buying that?
100%. 1,000%. I would probably give him a hug or pat him on the shoulder. Say, you know what? You are a good man. You are a good man. Because I've been I've been with boyfriends in the past that are like, nope, you can get your own tampons. That's where I draw the line. You're on your own with that. I mean, that's
right.
I feel like it's kind of childish. We're adults here. We're adults. This is what happens. But there definitely are things that I'm sure women, and it depends on your personality too. Some people are not as open and vocal as I am about things. I don't really care. But, women like to buy things like Summer's Eve, just to make sure that everything's nice and clean and everything's good.
To be fair, I don't think that women like to buy it.
Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You want to, it's something that you use to clean yourself. Great, do it.
There's nothing wrong with it, but
Absolutely not.
I've never heard anybody walking down the aisle and going, "Hey, Sally, there is a sale on Summer's Eve." Really? I have a coupon. Hang on.
Tiny, one time when I was in college, this was a little embarrassing. I was so constipated, I had to buy an enema. That was a little embarrassing. But I've had times before where I've had to buy what's the name?
Not half as embarrassing when you called the doctor and said you drank the whole thing and it didn't work.
That one was embarrassing, and that I'm not really even embarrassed of. But Monistat, if you have to buy Monistat for women, that can be a little embarrassing. Because
it's amazing to me to hear that you don't get embarrassed by these things, because you are the type of person who would be that person who, as they're ringing it up, as they're scanning it across, would make something. A comment.
Yeah, but
like, so blah, 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 my stupid boyfriend.
I don't think I would, because I know that it's not fun to buy those types of things. That's not fun to buy, and you don't want anyone to be like, "Oh, you got a yeast infection. Oh, how's that going?" That's like, let's just keep it like hush hush. But the people at CVS, the pharmacists, I always wonder, are they judging me because I take anxiety medication, a few different types of medications, and I'm always thinking, are they judging me? Like, is this woman crazy because she drinks or she takes so much Prozac? I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
This reminds me, and I know you'll remember this, of one of the greatest scenes in Golden Girls history when they are getting ready to go on a cruise.
I know it.
Okay.
They all buy condoms.
And they're very discreet
Yep.
when they put them up on the counter because they're embarrassed.
And I'll have one of these. And I'll have one of these. And Rose is horrified. And they have to do a price check. And
I need a price check on some condoms.
But it's like they said, someone gets the lamb skin and someone has the extra sensitive.
Yeah, it's like, is it the lamb skins or the ultra sensitive?
Well, the blonde has the ultra sensitive
in black.
In black. and then Rue McClanahan, Blanche. She gets on and she says, "We are women. We're going on a cruise. We have male partners. We are not ashamed. We are not ashamed." I kind of think of that. I think of that sometimes. We're all adults here.
And we left out the part at the beginning where I think it was Dorothy who brought up. Oh no, Blanche said, "Should we?" And she's looking at him and said, "We are going on a cruise. We're women who are going to be enjoying the company of men. Should we get some?" And Dorothy's like, "Oh," and Rose says, "Should we get some of this?" And she's going like all around it. And finally, Dorothy's, "Condoms, Rose! Condoms! Easy, lady. She just got out of prison.
Yeah, that's right. She's like, "Dental floss? I wish I could remember. Yes, I know exactly. Condoms."
Oh my God. If I could get away with putting that in this episode, I would love to do that.
That's a good one.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to think what else makes me embarrassed. Like sometimes I get embarrassed if I'm like if I'm having a big crazy party, maybe that's lasting for a couple of days and I have to keep going back and getting more alcohol. That can be kind of embarrassing. That can be embarrassing. If people start recognizing my name, that can be embarrassing. But I don't.
Your usual, Katie?
Yeah, if somebody ever asks me for my usual, that's when I'm like, I probably
got it right here for you. Hang on, I got to get the skid loader. Hey, Bill, bring it on in here.
It's funny.
You want us to help you load it?
Those types of things don't embarrass me. Normally, I don't get embarrassed because those, I always say to myself, these people see this all the time.
Absolutely.
They see it all the time. So I think of it like if a woman's buying like a pregnancy test, that's something that might be uncomfortable for that person, or they're excited, or they're scared, or whatever the case may be. Like,
but how do you think those people got here? Spontaneous combustion?
Right. No, exactly.
We were all born.
And everybody's buying those types of things. So I just go in there and I just think, whatever it is that I'm buying, I might not be excited about. I mean, listen, I've had diverticulitis so many times. I can't tell you how many stomach issues I have. Lots of them.
Yeah.
I've taken more laxatives than I care to even think about. But I mean, I'm an adult. That's who I am. That's what I got to do. So I'm not here for your judgment. You judge me on other things, but don't judge me on what I buy at CVS. I mean, that's what you're there for.
This is the most like adult conversation that we've ever had.
We're all adults here. We are all adults here. So I would be I'm sure there's something that I'm not thinking of. Is there something that when you have to purchase it, you just feel a little bit like, oh, I don't want to do this.
You just want to curl up in a ball.
Somebody else go and just purchase this for me because I don't want to do it. But you know what did embarrass me the other day? I will tell you this. These things don't really embarrass me, but this embarrassed me. Oh my gosh, Tiny. I was going to, this was at work yesterday. It was yesterday. I was staying after work to do some things on my computer for school, and I go outside of my classroom, and there's a bunch of adults sitting on the ground in the common area that's like maybe 20 feet from the bathroom. They were planning some type of event for the kids. I'm not even sure what they were doing. So I go to the bathroom, and I definitely notice that there's a sign that says slippery when wet. Well, listen, I see those signs, and I definitely pay attention to them. But, they're slippery when wet, and then 20 minutes goes by, and then they're not wet anymore. And then you're like, all right, someone just forgot to take the sign down. So I go to the bathroom. I come out. As I'm coming out of the bathroom, I'm like 15 feet from this group of 8 women, adults, on the ground planning this event. And I fell. And when I say I fell, I didn't just like have a quick like, oh, whoopsie. I started to do a full-blown split. And I caught this leg enough in the moment where I was able to do like a herky. You know what a herky is? Like a herky jump. So this leg went back like this, and this leg was straight out. Like literally my thighs were both touching the ground. And I pulled my hamstring, like pulled it big time.
Dang.
And I got up, and everybody's like, are you okay? And you okay? Are you okay? And that is embarrassing to me, falling in front of a large group of people. So I have to find a way to make a joke about it. So I just look at them and I say, well, they're not kidding when they put down those slippery when wet signs, are they? I better tell everybody.
Ice skating rink in use. That's what they ought to say.
And so even at work today, everybody was like, are you okay? And I'm like, oh yeah, no, I'm fine. Literally my leg could have fallen off. It could have came off. It could have been dangling by a tendon, and I would have been, I'm totally fine. Everything's fine. Is that blood? Oh, whoops.
Yeah.
Is that my bone sticking out? No, I'm fine. I'm fine.
It won't seem shocking that this happened given where it was. And I wasn't embarrassed, but the people I was with thought that I was embarrassed. I tried like hell to get out of doing this, and they weren't having it. Was going to an ice skating rink. Mm-hmm. And Mary apparently has done this, and that's fine.
Ice skating's really, really hard. It's very hard.
I'm telling you. Well, what happened was, it's just like with roller skating. I remember from when I was a kid, I've never been that coordinated to do that. But you hug the bar or whatever, and then eventually you kind of feel like, okay, I can let go. Could just here. It's just this. Your mind starts to take over. If you're even a semi-intelligent person, you're like, okay, look. I understand that I'm timid about this. I don't want to fall, but really all it is this. Just do it. Just go all out and do it.
Just do it.
Well, that's what I did. And I probably maybe got 2 steps into this thing, and my feet came out from under me and went straight up, and I landed flush on my back and cracked my head on the ice.
And cracked the ice as well, where they were like, everybody get off the ice.
Once you guys pick yourselves up from the vibration, just, whatever. So anyway, Mary said that when my head hit, it sounded like a cap gun went off. And all I wanted to do was get up.
And get out.
I'm like shuffling over to the side, and I stand up, and I'm like, look, you guys, by all means, continue. I'm done. And my mom comes over and she's like, well, Daniel, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. I'm like, Mom, I'm not embarrassed. I'm bleeding. Here I had a puncture wound from the skate on my leg that literally took like 2 months to heal.
Wow.
Blood was like coming out of this. I'm not embarrassed. I'm injured. So I need to get off. I get this taken care of.
You weren't embarrassed at all doing that?
No.
Falling on the ice like that and puncturing your leg.
Didn't matter to me. Look, stuff happens. That kind of stuff does not bother me at all, because I'm like, at that point, I'm looking out for me.
Right.
So I don't care if you want to laugh at me. By all means, I also look at it as you should laugh. if anything good should come of this, it should be someone laughing at my expense with this.
I wish that when I fall, because I do fall frequently, that people would just, when you know I'm okay, just laugh at it, because it makes me feel so much better. But some people get upset about that. The other day I was with Bridget and we were out, we had a bonfire and she went to sit down. It was kind of like what happened to me at the DMV, and she missed the chair and she fell on the ground and I died laughing. Like I was in an uproar of laughter and she got so angry with me for laughing. And it's just this difference of reality where I was like, listen, I'm not trying to make you upset. If it were me, I'd want people to laugh at me, because it makes everything so much easier if you're just laughing at me than making a big deal about it. But I'm sure, after you fell at the ice skating rink, you just got up and thought, you know what? I just got to keep skating through life. Like, that's what it's all about.
You do.
And then you said to yourself, man, Katy, I see what you did there.
I do. And I thought it was really slick.
I got nothing. Rink. No, I got nothing.
There's got to be some. I don't know.
Lace it up. It's time to lace it up and get out of here. We'll see you all at the carnival.
Yeah. So let's do that. We're out of time here. It's the Tiny and Katy Show, powered by Roots Hair Design, Route 11 in Marion. Remember, a week from Friday on the 16th, we're going to be at Red Run Park, 6 to 8 p.m. It is the Blue Ridge Fire and Rescue Carnival. We cannot wait to see you. Tiny and Katy Show back out
on the
live
road.
Broadcast.
Back on the road, baby.
I didn't say this because Katy broke into a story earlier when I was talking about this. Now, there's no promises on this, but I am trying my hardest to get exclusive Tiny and Katy Show stickers that you can take with you when you leave.
I love that.
I'm trying. I'm working on it.
I feel like I could really stick with that kind of idea. Big fan.
Really?
Yeah. You got nothing.
I so much want adhesive to work.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm smarter than you. So on that note, we'll see you. We'll see you next week.
Have a good one. Excuse me.
Ew, God.